All right, guys, trying to get my turn track ready to ride some dirt bikes on tomorrow, and need to get it tilled up. I got my work cut out for me today because, like an idiot, I left my tractor out in the field for the last 2 or 3 weeks. And I have a battery disconnect on it, which I did disconnect, but it still doesn't seem like it has enough juice. So we're gonna take the side-by-side out there. We're gonna fire up, we're gonna bring the Predator in the side-by-side and take it out there and put the battery charger on it. Let me get the battery charger real quick. Handy little thing. This thing won't pump 60 amps in like my other one will, but it's so much smaller and handier. And my Predator needs to get some runtime on it anyway, so just makes sense. But first, obviously, I'm gonna have to go dump this trash and the mule. Speaking of the mule, I took some time last week. I fixed the choke to where I used to have to, every time I would start it, the choke cable wasn't connected because it uses a linkage system. So every time I would start it, I'd have to pop the bed open and put a wedge in the actual choke arm in the carburetor until it warmed up. Got that fixed, and now the cable works, but you do have to kind of hold it here for a second. See if I can lay this GoPro down. Just kind of hold it there. Until it gets warm. I also fixed the gas tank leak down there with some clear silicone. So we're gonna go drop this trash off. Now I was thinking, guys, I don't need to lug the big Predator out there. That's what I got this Tac Life 2000 watt for. It's super light. Pick it up with one hand. So story time real quick. I bought that Predator 3500. I did a YouTube video on it on my other channel. And I made enough money off that video to pay for that generator. It took about a year, but I did do that. Hope to do the same thing with this Tac Life. At this point, when I bought this, it was the cheapest 2000 watt inverter generator on Amazon. So I bought this thing. I did like an unboxing, opening video of it, and I hoped that Tac Life would kind of help me promote it a little bit. I'd worked with them in the past, and they didn't, because basically right after I bought this, they discontinued it, which may be why I got it so cheap. And yeah, so I haven't made very much off this video whatsoever, but this did save me this winter. I actually had this generator in one side of my house powering only the furnace, and then that generator was powering the rest of my house, so it was pretty nice. This one's not electric start, but it does pull start pretty easily. It's super light, way easier for me to load up by myself. Should be all we need to go charge this tractor battery. So it sat all winter. I did start it up a few weeks back just to make sure. Let's see if it will start up pretty easily again. Needs some time on it. Still got half a tank of gas from last winter anyway, so that needs ran out. Oh, I didn't have it on the choke. That's why, guys. Let's try it again. There we go. Second pull once I knew what I was doing. This one's also nice, guys, is you can pull it like this. It's not super stable, but it does work like a suitcase. Now that I know that it starts, let's throw it in the mule, take it out to the field. Little mud, no problem for the mule. We'll just kick her in 4-wheel drive. Oh, there we go. Try to take it slow so we don't sling mud all up over baby girl here. thing's made it really handy for working around the farm, guys. This time last year when I didn't have this mule running, I drive my pickup truck out here. All right, guys, we're all set up and charging the Deutz. This is what I bought all this crap for. You know, the mule kind of got passed down to me and I fixed it. Yeah, that's why I bought this generator, this light, very small and light battery charger, so I could come out here, hook this up, charge stuff like this out in the field. Because yes, I could just unhook this battery and take it back and charge it, but this battery is heavier than that whole generator. These clamps and terminals and stuff are all old. They're a pain to get on and off. This is way better. I hooked it up. It told me the battery's at 40%. It's already reading 60. It probably is not going to have to charge very long, and this thing should fire up. So I'm not going to push the battery. I'm going to leave all this out here. This thing's got half a tank of gas. It needs to run for a while anyway. I'm gonna let everything work. I'm gonna go back and get into something else. Come back shortly. We'll fire this Deutz up. Yeah, guys, it's weird. It's like the older I get, the more honorable I think it is. The more I understand it being honorable to preserve something, to keep something. I understand now. Like when I was younger, I used to shake my head at guys that drove old trucks or like to fix up old trucks or antiques, and like the older I get, I'm like, man, that's cool. Like that's something to be proud of. Not very many of the old trucks floating around that aren't rust buckets, that somebody's really poured heart, soul, blood, sweat into. And it's the same way with people. Like this mule belonged to my grandfather on my dad's side. Like I can't think of a better way to honor his memory than to keep this thing running, to manage the land and the farm that was once his. Same way with my truck. It was my grandfather's on my mother's side, and I can't think of a better way to honor his memory than to keep his truck going that he passed on to me when he died. It's just very cool. I don't know, it's like the youth is wasted on the young, isn't it?